How's it going, everybody? Swood here, and today I wanted to do a video on the Elixir collector. This is a video that I should have done a year ago, but I wasn't recording YouTube videos back then, so I wanted to get it up now for any newer players who are not really sure the best way to use the Elixir collector or what it's all about, and in the future I can just share this with anyone who's learning the game so they can get ahead. So the Elixir collector, for those who don't know, costs 6 Elixir. It produces 8 Elixir, like one every 9 seconds or so, for about a minute. So this is the only card in the game where you can generate Elixir. It's really powerful. It's a way to bank Elixir for the big beatdown decks. They're able to put their Elixir into this and then defend the attack, and then using the defender advantage, and then just store up a really big push that your opponent's not able to defend. So I'm just going to go into a match quickly and show the best places to play the Elixir collector first off. So at the start of the match, you always want to be playing it right here in one of these two spots. If you play it over, like right here, they can rocket it with the tower. If you play it behind the tower, they can rocket it. So start of the match, you want to be playing it right here. And then once you know what they have, say they damage this side, then you want to be playing it on this back corner, because then they have to fireball or poison or whatever with this tower, and they're not going to be able to touch this tower. If it is rocket, you just keep it here because they're not able to rocket that and the pump. So against 99% of matchups, you're going to be wanting to play your pump. When you do play in the corner, you're going to want to play it all the way over here. If they are playing graveyard, you want to play it on this side because the graveyard spawns more so over here, so less will spawn on that side. But even against graveyard, you normally want to be playing it in the middle, but if you're playing a second one. So that's the placements. Start in the middle and then go to the corners. Once you know which side they want to play, you sort of force them to go to the opposite lane. Sorry about that text. And so yeah, it's a good way to store Elixir. If basically you just play it, they're going to try to attack into you because you just spent 6 Elixir on something that's not going to be able to defend at all. So you're at a real disadvantage. So the real hard part about it is being able to survive the 15 seconds after you play the pump. So I'm going to show you a replay against a friend of mine, Moon Knight. So I'll play the pump at the very start and we'll watch how he punishes. So the premise of this is you play pump and they're just sort of going to throw two cards at the bridge and then try to miner the pump. And generally you're not going to be able to defend both. You have to pick one or the other because you only have five or so Elixir. So as you can see, in this situation, I defend the miner, but I don't defend the battle ram. And this ends up with him getting 1,000 damage in the first 30 seconds. So he's basically already won the match. So if you're not able to properly defend it, it can really cost you to play it against a good player who knows how to punish it. And here is an example of a good time to pump. This is a made-up situation, obviously, but I'm up Elixir. So you can see by the time he gets to around 10 Elixir, I already have 7 Elixir. So I'm able to minion horde his push, and then I'm able to ice golem his miner, and I am able to get away with that free. He's gonna have to poison or whatever, and then I'm free to play my 3 musketeers. But if you know you're gonna be able to defend both sides of their push for the miner decks, because those are the most popular ones, then you can play the pump. But if you know that you're not gonna be able to defend both sides of the push, then just don't pump. It's gonna cost you either the pump or the tower, one or the other. And the only other real big tip I can give you is, for example, if you're playing a hog deck or a giant, try to play it when they have the giant or the hog out of hand, because their best play when you play a pump is to attack instantly with a giant or hog. But if they don't have it in their hand, they have to just cycle support units, and then you can just cheaply defend the support units, get good trades, and then they can't really punish the pump. So that's the real key point about playing the pump. Know when you can play the pump, ideally when their win condition's out of hand, or you're able to defend whatever their push is going to be to attack. If their push is going to be too overwhelming, just don't play your pump because it's just going to cost you. So in the current meta, the Elixir collector, this is 2018 January for those who are watching in the future. The Elixir collector is not very popular right now. The more popular option, if I can find it here, is the Goblin Hut. It's the best way to store Elixir at the moment, because in the 2017 December balance changes, the Elixir Collector just got a nerf. So right now it costs 6 Elixir, generates 8. The Rocket and Lightning both take it out for a 6 for 6. The Fireball and Poison for 4 Elixir, they take out 6 Elixir from the pump, which leaves it with 2 left. So if you do the math, it costs 6, you get 2 back, and they spend 4. So really it's just an even trade. So there's all these different spells that trade evenly with it, and then also it's investing 6 Elixir that makes you defenseless. So like you have 4 Elixir defender, 10 Elixir push. Whereas the Goblin Hut 1, it costs 1 less Elixir, so it's 5 Elixir. There is no good trade against it with spells. Like the Rocket and Lightning cost more than it, and the Fireball and Poison, they don't fully take it out for 4 Elixirs, so it still generates Spirit Golem, so none of them are really a great trade against it. The best is Poison, but you just play with other cards that bait out the Poison, like the Night Witch, and it's just really bad for them. So that's why Goblin Hut's really strong right now. And the last thing actually is the Goblin Hut, you play it in the middle like a tombstone, so if they can't really punish the Goblin Hut with like a Hog, because the Hog will just go to the Goblin Hut. But whereas with a pump, you play the pump in the back and they attack your tower because they just are trying to take advantage of your low elixir. But if they are trying to push into your Goblin Hut, that's good for you. So that's why Goblin Hut's really good right now. But I'm sure Elixir Collector will see a lot of usage in the future. It's really good in 3 Musketeer and Golem decks, mainly like you use it as a bait card if you're playing like 3 Musketeers. You're trying to bait out the big spell so that you can play your 3 Musketeers, or if you're playing Golem, you want to bait out like the Poison so that you can get a Night Witch behind your Golem and get a really strong push. You can even take out like Golems. So that's how you want to be playing your Elixir Collector. In the future, if it becomes more popular, I might make an updated version of this, but those are the basics for how to play the Elixir Collector. Hope you guys use these to your advantage, and if you are playing in like the 3000 trophy range against people who don't really know how to defend against it, even though it's not the greatest right now, it will still be able to win you a ton of games just on the fact that you can generate Elixir and force them to attack into you. So if you're not already part of the Swood army, make sure to subscribe, show some love in this video, guys, like and comment, let me know what you guys thought of this video, and I'll see you guys in a couple days. Have a good one.